Shall we go to the next one?
Can do, yeah. So the only other one left would be Ebonheart,
Oh,
which you have seen before,
yeah.
although I have made a few tweaks here and there.
Oh, okay. So,
Nothing major, but you may notice a few things have changed.
yeah, Cathonia. Niles Ghastly. And they think I'm ghastly. So everyone who's been here for other streams, particularly the Crips one, knows this one, of course. I will sign. I really loved this one. This was so wonderful. How long did it take you to create this one?
I have a feeling I did this one quite quickly. I mean, like the majority of things in here I did within a week.
Oh,
But then there's a few changes I made later on where I came back like a month later and added a new feature or completely changed a bit. But yeah, I think I was up to sort of 650 furnishings in a week.
that is quickly. That is really quickly. And what was your major inspiration for this one?
So this is based on one of my other characters who is a vampire assassin. So the idea behind the place is it's meant to be a headquarters for a sort of vampire offshoot of the Dark Brotherhood, who worship Mephala. So the place is called Mephala's Embrace, and you've got a lot of Mephala and a lot of assassin themes throughout it.
I like it. Very nicely done. Going to have a look around. See, maybe you have to point me into the right directions if you have made changes that are so subtle that I'm not seeing them.
I think the only one out here that you may notice is if you look up in the air, there may be someone flying past.
Yes, I have seen him already. I was about to ask, is this one here for a specific purpose already? There. Look at him. Look at him go. The pathing for those is also sometimes a bit weird.
Yeah, they don't do curves, they do like angles. So if you try to change the angle, it just instantly changes.
True, yeah, they don't do curves exactly. But I mean, I'm totally new to essential housing tools, but maybe can you just use a circle? Because you can create circles with furnishings and then have or create a scene with one of those and have them go in a circle? Or
Possibly. I've never looked into if it has any options for pathing, but it might do.
yeah, I just know that there is a feature with scenes that you can just record,
Right,
and then because you record them, then whatever you want to have go on a specific path will go on that specific path then.
Yeah, I think I've seen people do like quests in their house before using that.
Yeah.
I have to look into it, see if it's possible.
I really like the lighting here already in this house. But then the first time that I ended, I was like, yes, beautiful, gorgeous lighting. Were there 4 or was there 3 when I visited first?
There were 4, but I've swapped 2 of them out. So the 2 on the right are new.
Ah. Hello, new buddies. Obviously, they fit with the theme of this particular house. Oh, excuse me. Is this one open for visitors? Can anybody come?
It is. It's not my primary residence though, so you're going to need to use something like EHT or a mod to access it. But it's open to anyone that's in a Rose Guild.
Oh. If you're not in a Rose Guild, join. I think with Port of Friend's house, you can actually also access this if you have the handle of the person, and then you would have to add the actual residence, but not the name that you've given it, but the actual name. So it would be Ebenhardt.
EHT has a similar thing in the housing hub part. So at the bottom of if you open the housing hub page, you can put in a player's username and then you pick from a drop-down list the house.
Yeah.
And as long as you've got access, then it will let you port.
Yeah, it's the same for Port of Friend's house. Look, everyone, bats and just a wonderful dark theme. The question was yes. I think this was in a competition a few weeks ago, was it not?
Yes, it was. It was a Rose competition, I think.
Yeah. One more housing competition is about to start soon. There were also really nice entries for that particular competition. And this one is is a house that you like to brag about, because I think that was the name of the competition.
Yes, it was. I think at the time this was probably my favourite build.
Oh, is it?
Although it may have been usurped by the new one.
Why is this your favorite one?
I just got to play with the themes I like, spooky and dark. So in High Hallow I did a tiny bit that was like that, but I didn't get to do it for the whole house, whereas here I could just go completely crazy and make the whole house really spooky.
Yeah, it's very nice if you have like a place where you can let your imagination run free. I really enjoyed that particular part, by the way.
Yeah, the door knocker.
Yeah, exactly. The door knocker was just, I stood here, I was like, oh, look there. There's something you can actually try to knock with, or somebody's looking through the door already. Again, arachnophobes, be warned. Do not look too close. This, I mentioned this on the stream already, but I really enjoy the lighting here. It's just perfect. And all the little spiders. Look, everyone. What was it that took the longest in here, would you say?
Probably the garden.
Oh, really?
Either that or messing around with the flooring in here, because some of the upstairs is custom flooring. There's some walls that have been added in, and just getting that all exactly right was quite difficult. Well, that and saving up enough money for all the vampiric furnishings, which are ridiculously expensive.
Yes, they are so expensive. But gotta say, I mean, they got style.
They do.
The banquet hall, everyone. Come here, take a seat, have a sip. Dinner is waiting, literally. Wiggling still. Now, I do know that the question may come, do the pets have names? The spiders?
Yes, I believe these ones do. So, there are 2 death hounds, which are called Jesse and James, which are named after the Team Rocket characters from Pokemon. Spiders. You've got Madame Octa in here as well, who was in the other house.
Yes, the yellow one, yes.
And there's a frostbite spider called Webby.
Aww. Webby.
And,
This one.
Yes, he's on the statue. Or on the tree, even. And you can see why he's called that.
Look. Aww, so cute. Don't worry, I'm not going to destroy any of your webs, Webby. So Poseidon has offered to craft all the things for you. Says they know 80% of all the blueprints and
Oh, wow.
has all the vampiric ones too.
Cool. Thank you very much. Wow, that must have taken forever to collect them all.
Yeah, how long has that taken, Poseidon? Or have you just gone and looked for all the things? Oh, spent around 100 mil on prints. Okay.
Wow.
That's a lot of gold just for prints. Wow. Aw. Who's your little friend, the little vampire? Hmm. Have there been like little events here, or have you had any visitors who have recently come and wanted to do maybe a party here or get together?
I've not done any parties here. It's not really very homely. But I've
That's
had
debatable.
a few people tour around. Well, yeah, if you're a vampire, I suppose. But there is a little Easter egg hunt that you can do here. So there's those 5 poems dedicated to Sithis that are scattered around the place.
Aha!
You would have seen one of them right by the entrance near the fountain, and there's another 4 somewhere in the house and the grounds. So if anyone wants to have a hunt for those.
I'm not going to show them then, because everybody can go find them themselves. So come here and look for all of those. Also make sure to leave a nice note.
Yeah, the teddy bear is a new addition from last time.
Oh.
So
Yeah, I really
little,
liked.
like assassin planning room.
Yeah, the detail is really, really nice here. All the wanted pictures. Yeah, you do get that vibe that here is where the planning happens with all the maps. Maybe people have gathered information about certain people, left a few notes here and there. Also nice use of this particular furnishing. In the other house, you turned it upside down. The miniature of Vardenfell.
Yep.
So much detail in here as well. You're also super close to the limit as well.
699 out of 700 on this one.
Yeah. Very similar to Cassiopeia's house. One slot only. Oh, what did she do? Was she naughty? Nosy meh? Huh?
Yeah, she's just hanging up there as a snack. Anyone's hungry.
Oh yeah. Crafting area. Really important. Also maybe chance for somebody to take a nap.
Yeah.
Telvanni furniture is also really nice. Or I just find it really nice.
And we're getting more of that.
Very beautiful. I really like the use here, what you did here. This is very nice. It's just the perfect entrance. Little ajar. Can sneak in. And here's where the congregation meets, everyone. Yeah, and those pews obviously are vampiric ones, and yeah, I said it already, but they do have nice furnishings. The vampires.
Style.
What happened here? Hmm? Did you forget to stand up? Leave? Maybe somebody was a snack? So detailed, so detailed. Do you have like a specific vision or idea for this specific build that people might find it in a specific way, or do you have any kind of ideas or hopes for a future project that can lead from here?
I'm not sure if I'd do a future project based on this, but I mean, it's sort of a self-contained idea. I mean, I'll probably be doing more spooky ones in the future, just because that's the style I like to do. Anything dark, just because you can do a lot with the lighting and set the tone, and I don't think you can do that as much in like sort of a normal lit building. But yeah, I don't know. I may do something vampiric again. Just depends on what houses come out, I think. At the moment, there's not really any houses I've got my eye on. So I'm just kind of waiting to see what comes out in the future.
I think a lot of people are really, really curious as to what comes, what will we see next, and in what way can we use that? Can incorporate that to already existing builds or a new theme?
Yeah, definitely. I think I'd like to see some more sort of Moon Sugar Meadow style builds where it's just a big open plot.
Mm-hmm.
And just a few more unique ones. So like the ship that they're doing is quite a cool idea. So more things like that where it's just something totally different.
Yeah, it also allows creativity to flow a little bit more. Get some more inspiration going for something completely different. Because I mean, how many really empty plots are there besides Moon Sugar?
So there's the icy one. I can't
Still
remember the name
Water,
of it, but
Still Water
yeah,
Retreat.
Stillwater. Yeah. And then there's a few Crown Store ones that are large, so you could, in theory, use them, but they've also got a building in them. So there's that Zanmir Pyramid one. I've seen people completely hide the pyramid and just do their own thing in the backyard. And I've seen people do the same with the ship that's in the cave. Almeri Grotto, I think it's called.
Oh, yes. Oh,
Where they
true.
just build their own thing off into the side and ignore the ship and ignore the the main building parts. So there's a lot you can sort of do that with, but it's maybe not what it was intended for. Oh, and Earth Tear Cavern, I suppose, is the other
Yeah.
big open plan one that you
Yeah, that is.
kind of free reign of. So
Yeah,
there's only really 3 that are dedicated to just doing your own custom build at the moment.
that are just open, that are just plain canvases. Yeah. Would you like to have more of those, or would you like to have more already slightly themed new houses if you have a wish and maybe the developers are listening to us?
Probably a bit of both. I mean, open plan ones are great, but also I want to see a furnishing limit increase before I do any more custom builds, because that was the big thing with doing the custom build is I was at 300 out of 700 by the time I had just built the house that things were going into. So it felt like it was a small house by the time you got to decorating. So I'd love to see more big open spaces, but also an increase in the furnishing limit alongside that.
Yeah, that would be awesome. More space. I mean, more space and more things to put in. Yeah. Also, Poseidon mentioned the Hunter Glade.
Oh yes, that's a great one.
Yeah, there are a number of people who've utilized that one I've already seen, but I've not yet seen many builds in there. But yeah, you can probably do lots of stuff with that one as well.
I think that Gandalf player that Chthoniya mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
he's done a Hunter's Glade build where I think he built like a spooky sort of vampire evil style castle there. So it's on the housing hub. If you search for the Hunter's Glade and look for a player called Gandalf, you'll see it on there. It's really good build.
Wow. Yeah, she did. Cathonia did show me a few. I think two of his,
Oh right, yeah.
and I've already gotten a taste, and I'm like, okay, I kind of have to look this one up, as there are masters out there and such talent in the guilds. I will say that on both communities, by the way, on ITT just as much as on the Roses. I've seen amazing builds and so much talent already.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of crazy good builders out there.
Yeah, crazy, intense, and so just fantastic. Maybe I should go and get the upstairs room one more time, or the upstairs rooms. People know that there is an upstairs. I did mention that I really like what you did here with the gargoyles.
Oh yes. So the skulls are placed on top of the
Yes.
normal stone head. I wanted to make them look a bit different to the traditional gargoyles you see in most vampire homes. So
Yeah, makes sense. Makes complete sense.
little tiny tweak.
Also, I did say this the last time I was in here, but I really like this detail here. This is so in
Oh,
theme.
yes.
Absolutely fantastic. Anybody need some refreshments? Yeah, I will have to look him up, Cathonia, and then I'm probably going to be binge watching and binge touring his houses. Gandalf,
So
that is.
his full player name is Gandalf2675.
I think I've noted it this somewhere. Oh, teddy bear. Also, Cassiopeia would like to move in. She really likes it here.
Oh, great. Well, we do have a spare bedroom. It's currently a bit dirty, but I'm sure I can clean it up.
You hear that, Cass? Come over. You can move in.
May not want to move in when you see the bedroom, but
I think she's. Did you see the bedroom already, Cass? She's saying lovely. Was it here? Oh.
Yeah, just behind the chair here.
Oh, behind the chair.
Right in the corner.
Right. Little hidden away. Yeah, and I can see why this is a little bit fiddly with the floors in here. And
yeah.
This can be a bit annoying.
If I had the slots, I would have put another one of these on the other side, so you'd have like wooden paneling in here. But unfortunately, could not find any extra furnishing slots.
Yeah, there's a limit, and it's sad, kind of, that there is just 700 that you can put in here. Poseidon is visiting the Gandalf house. So much detail in this one. This is very well done. Really enjoy it. Come on, jump in. Cass, you still want to move in? I'm guessing she'll say yes.
Yeah, mini fridge in the bedroom.
Nothing wrong with that. Yes,
Luxury.
sure. She says yes, sure. I mean, there's on the other side, I think the other bedroom is what you meant, probably.
Yes. On the other side of that wall.
Yes. Yeah, I had been wondering how you did it, or yeah, what you did with the other side when I was here the first time, because I didn't know that there was another room on the other side.
Yeah, so normally these two staircases just lead to a single platform.
Yeah.
And you can just walk straight through.
Mm-hmm. What the rent is? Cathonia wants to know what you have to, what the rent would be. Is it blood?
Gotta work.
Oh, you heard that.
Group of assassins, you've got jobs to do.
I mean, is you saw the wanted posters downstairs. Okay, Cathonia? And Cass, what do you say? Is this your bedroom? I mean, the petals are very nice. Oh, okay. So Cass can rent it. Cathonia says she would rather pay in blood.
Sorry, no freeloaders.
And Cass said she'll move in tonight. It's a nice spooky theme. And did you maybe open this for the witches festivals, or do you intend to do this?
I haven't previously. I could do. It's definitely on theme for that.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of thinking about it. Maybe it would fit. And particularly if you've hidden away a few things here for people to find, you can maybe add this as a little game.
Yeah, good idea.
I will never tire of the lighting in your houses. They are so wonderful. And it's you're absolutely right that with darker themes you can definitely have a play with much of the lighting, and I do know that there's a bunch of candles that light this particular statue.
In fact, if I move the statue out of the way,
Ah.
you can see what goes inside it.
Yeah, but that makes sense. Makes sense. And yeah, look everyone. You saw that, yes? That's how you utilize light.
So a lot of the statues in the temple build had the same kind of thing going on, where there was like candles just in the heads or somewhere in the body, unless the main lighting was really bright. So where, like with the Hircine one, you had a Hagraven cauldron on the floor, and because that's just so bright, it didn't need any candles or whatever. You know, that was enough. But for the other ones where you're using more subtle light, you have to position it in various places.
Yeah, if you want to get a specific effect onto the statues and want them to be highlighted in a specific way. Makes complete sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're right. That Hargraven flame thingy is so bright. I sunk that in one of my houses into the water. It was still super, super bright.
Yeah, great one to use, and it's one of the only green ones. So if green is your color, then you're going to use a lot of those.
Yeah, true. Also, Poseidon is asking if you do have Bastion Sanguinaris.
I do not know. When it came out, I was definitely thinking about getting it. The only reason I didn't is because there was so many different loading screens, and for a house that I wanted to live in, I didn't want to, live in a house where I had to keep loading.
Oh, true.
So that's the reason I ended up going for High Hello Hold instead. Just because it's all in one place or one loading zone. But otherwise, I would have definitely gone for Bastion Sanguinaris.
Oh, yeah, I really enjoy that one. But mainly because I really like heights, and it's also got a dark theme going on. Also,
Oh yeah,
hello,
definitely.
Lily. Welcome to the chat. Oh, that's okay. You can watch the highlight later. We've been going on for quite a while. Yeah, I mean that makes sense. And some houses you do have loading screens, and I mean, I sometimes wonder why. I mean, there are large houses that like High Hello Ho.
Mm-hmm.
That's large, but you don't have any loading screens in them. So why would others need that? I don't really get
Yeah,
it.
I don't get it either. Sometimes they just seem to add them in for no reason. But yeah, I mean, it's not so much of an issue now, but back then I didn't have a great computer, so a loading screen was a big thing, and I was like, oh, I don't want to get that.
Oh,
And I think
yeah.
there's probably quite a few players that are like that, where it's like you don't want to keep loading back and forth if you're just in your house.
Will I survive the next loading screen, or am I going to be booted? Okay, I feel that. I mean, it's sometimes, I mean, in some trials you can also have this. I'm going to show the outside garden one more time because you said that this was when that took you the longest, or it was part of the house that was taking you quite long.
Yeah, I think it was mostly just because I hadn't done gardens much before, and I just didn't really know where to start with all this space, and had to spend a long time kind of brainstorming what I was going to do with the different patches.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, sometimes. I mean, we do have Cathonia in the chat who has built an entire forest with so much beautiful canopies. And how many trees was it? 200? 300? A lot of trees. So sometimes you don't exactly know where to start and what to put where, and will this fit, and all those things.
Yeah, natural scenes are definitely not my forte, so hats off to Cathonia for being able to pull that off.
Yeah, Cass also did a bit of a foresty, cozy theme in her home too. You enter and you feel right at home, and like you're getting a big hug from all the trees. Also, really like that you added a little bit of spookiness everywhere in this particular build.
Yep, just
It's
draping the spooky everywhere.
yeah, it's everywhere. And the lighting, I do not tire of it. It's so wonderful.
So a lot of the plants and crystals and things out here are meant to sort of mimic the spiral skyne, so Mephala's realm.
Mm.
So some of these actually came from a Mephala like furnishing pack, but then other bits I've picked up from various achievement vendors. So like the green crystals are from Vivek City achievement
Mm.
vendor, and various glowing plants and things that I've picked up from various places.
And of course, there are my kind of trees, the recycling ones. I also really like the bat swarms. It's so in keeping with this theme of the house. Look, everyone. Spooky cookies. Yes, Lily. They're always the best. Where is he actually going? Is he going in through the tower up there?
Yeah, I do that a lot with the ghost like mounts and pets. Have them just go into a wall and then suddenly appear and in a totally different location.
I mean, it makes sense. They're ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
They should
So
not be bound by walls.
you may have noticed the ghost cat will do that in a lot of the houses that I have him in. He'll just randomly run through a wall and then turn up in an entirely different room.
I love it. I really love it. I do have to go up the tower though. I said this the last time I was here that I really enjoy this place. This is perfect if you want to have a little sit down, relax, unwind, maybe read a book. It's a very nice, cozy place. Wedding trellis. Yes?
Yep, in the wall.
Yeah. Look here, everyone. Come here, visit this beautiful house. Go on a scavenger hunt, go find everything, and report back and let us know if you found everything. Yeah, and here I was like, oh, sad. Invisible wall. I cannot
Can't
jump to
jump
my
off.
death. And then these Hargraven lights are so bright. I cannot jump to my death here. Oh.
It's like Zoz doesn't trust its player base.
But in some places they kind of do, and there they actually shouldn't.
True.
I remember in a number of trials, people randomly jumping off specific places. I mean,
Oh dear.
can be a sacrifice to the loot gods. Also, really, I mean, this is also nice that they have this little tower here because it can give you this nice view over the garden that you built.
Yeah, it's a good viewing point, especially if you don't have magic carpet.
True. Yeah, if you don't have it, then you would have difficulty seeing this from above. Absolutely fantastic. Right, audience, this is your chance. You can ask questions if you want to ask questions, if you have any. We've been mesmerized today. We've seen such glorious builds. Cheers. Right, seems like people are either still stunned and still in deep in thoughts and meander about their imagination. I'm glad you enjoyed it, everyone. Yeah, I do want to ask one more question. This is the last question for you today. You did a good
Yeah.
job, by the way, holding on for so long. Is there anything that you would wish for? Like, is there any kind of furnishing that you would wish for that doesn't exist in a game that you would want the developers to add? Anything?
Yes, portals. As in 2 objects that link together that allow you to teleport to different locations in the house.
Oh,
So you've got the Arcanist portal skill. So I heard someone, I think it was on Reddit or something, say, what if that's a furnishing? Where you place 2 of them and it links together. That would be great.
ooh, particularly in large houses, that would be amazing.
Yeah, and for sort of accessing the bits that are within the invisible barrier, but you have to normally build up to, it would allow you to do that without having to put a massive staircase at the side of a building. So if you look over there to where like the red orbs are, you can actually get up there, but if you built a staircase, it would look really ugly.
Yeah, true.
So just having like a single portal just sitting up there to allow you to jump over there, that would be great.
Okay, so developers, if you are listening, seeing this at some point, please, please, please. You heard our wishes. Yeah, I think that this would also open up so many opportunities if there were such a thing. I mean, you could also just have like some kind of portal type that you step onto, and then you'll be transported up a spire, as you already mentioned, to this tower, for example, or to an entire floor that you could lift up and have hovering in the air, like a castle in the sky, for instance, that you don't have to actually build stairway going up. Interesting, the idea. Would be fascinating to see if that actually, if they bring this, or if it ever gets designed and implemented into the game, what people will do with it.
Well, yeah, there's a lot you could do with it, and it would save so many furnishing slots. Because I mean, you could have different isolated rooms linked together, with each one with a totally different theme. Like you say, you could have a floating castle where each floor is just a portal up. Definitely would open up a lot of options.
Yeah, I remember. I mean, Poseidon actually built his vampire castle below Cold Harbor Surreal Estate, and you'd not have to have like the entire stairway going down there. You could just have a portal instead, and I think that would open up a lot of opportunities for people to add more creativity to what they're actually intend to build.
Yep, definitely.
That's a really nice idea. I like it. Would be behind it, 100%.
Zoz, get on it.
Yes, please. Right, everyone. And also, I want to thank you in particular for showing me all those wonderful builds and also having a sneak peek at the new temple build of yours.
Well,
And
thank you for letting me showcase them all.
well, this is your spotlight. This is your space to do it. I'm happy to be just the person with a camera asking questions. Also, hope that maybe you've connected with people in the audience, or the audience has connected with you, maybe, and maybe there are some conversations sparked from what they've seen today. Also, thanks to all of you in the audience who stuck with us for so long. You're wonderful. You're rock stars. Go get a treat now. And you also get a treat, Chris. Um, you deserve it. You did so good.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.